had something that you can't ignore. It just keeps coming back, regardless of where you are, what you're doing. Huge dream that you think is crazy, and everybody tells you that it's crazy, but you don't know what else you can do besides just follow it. Like, you have to go for it. And that's how I felt about buying a sailboat. We're just trying to figure out what our next move is. What I love about it is I live off the ocean. I use the wind to take me from island to island. I use the ocean water to create drinking water, the fish through sustainable spearfishing, and I take only the fish that I'm going to eat fresh. And I use the islands for coconuts and to let my dogs run around and play, and it's truly the most beautiful life I've ever experienced. All right, guys, let's go.
How to get the best underwater shot. I think failing multiple times and figuring out what works and what doesn't work, and but that really doesn't matter if you don't understand where the clean water is and how to understand tides and wind and how everything else works. Everything is dependent on the ocean, so whether you have a GoPro or a Red, it doesn't matter. You need to understand the variables the ocean gives you and work with that to create the best images. I absolutely love about traveling and exploring the ocean are the pirates that I meet. Meeting people like Steph and ocean people are the saltiest, best people. Like, you can always trust a fisherman, and I love working with these people that, you know, they're sunburned, they're a little crusty, but they understand it, they get it, and they want to be offshore and they want to go out there and find whatever it is they're looking for. You know, I hope that my images can show people what's out there still. There's a lot of kind of doom and gloom over the ocean right now, but there also is a lot of, you know, healthy ecosystems still, you know, happening in our world, and showing people that it still exists, and maybe if they can care about that a little bit, they can change just a couple decisions in their life that could affect the ocean.
Yeah, welcome to the Shark Lab. So we'll go in here. This is kind of where we have all of our meetings, lecture stuff, you know, kind of outreach, talk to tour guests, things like that. Thing that people notice when you come here is that we don't have a lot of like test tubes and no like white lab coats walking around. All of our stuff is actually out in the field. So when we're doing research, we try to spend as many days in the field as we can, because that's where the animals are. So we want to be able to actually do it in their environment to, like, you know, fully understand not only the sharks, but everything else that's going on in the marine ecosystem around here. But what's kind of unique and important to know about Bimini itself is that we are the only mangrove island on this entire western edge of the Bahamas. But that means that we have very high biodiversity, very high you know, abundance of species around here. Trying to make sure that we get that information out to the public. So the next generation, especially the next generation in the Bahamas, is going to be really critical to maintaining that conservation.
You have a vision of what you want, but you're not sure how it's gonna materialize. And then once you're living it, once you're living the dream, the vision becomes very clear. You jump into the water and you have 100 foot of visibility, and it's the same thing with the vision. When you're living in the moment, you realize this is what I was meant to do. You can read the wind and see what direction to go. You can read the charts and see what anchorage to set and anchor in. The universe provides, and everything just becomes really clear.